up guys, back with some more training content. Now today is the start of a new series called Road to Planche. It will work very similarly to the body by rings method, where I'll take you through each of the workouts in the current phase of my training. So starting off today, we have upper body straight arm day. You're seeing in the background just me warming up, starting off with some wrist warm-ups, some lat stretching, some handstand work, and prior to this I did the ECCENTRIC Portal upper body band warm-up, which is in a link in the description for you guys. I always use that warm-up for all my upper body workouts. And then the following that you're seeing on the screen is going to be my upper body sort of planche specific. So I've got some wrist warm-up for the wrist because it's an intensive exercise in that, some handstand work, then the pseudo planche leans, which are a great way of just warming up the core, scapula, wrists and shoulders, preparing you for the planche. And as I said, the scapula is very important for the upper body movements, so I'm also going to add in these scapular hangs, as well as some skin the cats, just to loosen up the shoulders and just get sort of some blood flowing around that area, as well as warm up the lats for the second exercise I have. So I'm using a A1, A2, so pairing two exercises together and alternating each one. This allows me to utilize less rest because one is a pushing movement, one is a pulling movement, so I can get that workout done faster but still just as efficiently. So the first exercise I'm doing are these handstand to planche lowers. So it's an eccentric movement, and I'm also utilizing the eccentric for my front lever as well. Both I'm going for 5 sets. I'm going for slightly less of a rep range on the planche. I'm only going for sort of between 4 and 8 seconds, whereas the front lever I'm trying to hit more of an 8 to 10 second mark, and that's just because I can handle more with the front lever. The reason I'm using eccentrics in this straight arm day is because you can actually lift about 120% of your maximum capacity of a normal movement while in an eccentric. So I am 120% stronger when I'm lowering myself down into planche or front lever than I am if I'm just going to raise up and try and hold that position. So this allows you to overload the muscle, which is what I'm trying to do here. So I can actually hold a pretty solid straddle front lever, but by really going slow through the full range of motion in this eccentric, I'm just going to overload that muscle. And the same applies to these planche lowers as well. I think you'll see here I've gone from tuck to a frog stance, which is it's a very slight progression in terms of the planche because I was feeling strong today, and that also looked alright. I would recommend though, if you are interested in perfecting any skill exercises or even just getting stronger, really just record yourself training, because by me making these videos I get to look back, I get to look at my form, I get to look at my weak points. And you'll see just here where I attempt to go for a bent straddle planche because I was feeling strong. You can just see in the video that I'm actually just not far forward enough when I come down, and I just lose it on the back end, as well as not being strong enough, of course. So I can it's good to be able to see this form on video, because it's not the sort of thing you can tell unless somebody's watching you and telling you, or if you're looking at it on video. But my front lever is feeling strong, my planche is feeling strong, I'm slowly progressing. I think that straddle lower was probably the best attempt I've had at the straddle planche, so I'm pretty happy with that, and as I said, my front lever is feeling strong. But I dropped it back down to the frog leg planche because that gave me the most effective. And you'll see here I actually made a correction and leant forward, but I ended up leaning forward a bit too much, so you know, it's a bit of a balance between balance and strength there. The second two exercises I'm going for is firstly STALDER press, and I'm going for 3 sets of 3 reps, and I'm trying to just put a little bit of a pause in that top position, and I'm really focusing on compression here because that is my weak point. So I'm pairing that STALDER press with the L-sit, and this is another compression exercise, so I'm really just working on making my core compression much better. At the moment, it's what's letting me down with the STALDER press, even though I have got a couple of floor ones. But I basically need to improve a mixture of my flexibility and my hip flexor strength. So keeping those legs as close as you can to your body in this position now will enable you to perform a handstand press much easier than if you have to like extend your legs and kind of planche it up. So I'm combining a bit of stretching, as you can see here, with the actual L-sit itself. What I'm trying to do is, as you can see now, my elbows kind of flare in and then flare out. I'm really focusing on keeping my pits of my elbows forward, and that's just to maintain good straight arm position, because this is a pretty core element of any straight arm movement, whether it's planche or L-sit. You always want to have your arms in a fully locked out position. If you're bending your arms, you're just kind of cheating yourself and going to make it harder in the long run, so that's what I'm working on there. As I said, this whole program is in the description below, so if you are interested in what I'm up to, just download it and check it out. I did make a video entitled How to Create Your Own Program, and if you go over there and follow that, the link will be in the description, and hopefully it will help you create a program specialized to you, which is, I use the same method that I used to create this current one. So the third pair of exercises I'm using are these ring support holds. I would recommend this for anyone who wants to just build up some basic stability in the rings. A really solid exercise. I paired this with some hollow back isometrics, and the main reason I'm doing this is because I haven't actually got the best shoulder flexibility, and it's kind of letting my handstand down. So I'm not quite flexible enough to really perform a bridge progression, so I'm just going with a hollow back hold because this gives me the best stretch on my lats and kind of the best effectiveness of that exercise. Back again to the ring support hold, and although this exercise may seem easy, it is on the parallel bars, but on rings it's quite a tough exercise. You really have to squeeze your chest, squeeze your core, keep your arms locked out, so I would definitely recommend that if you're looking to improve your ring performance. Now just a little side angle here so you can properly see my form on the hollow back hold. I can just about get my shoulders to 90 degrees, however I'm really struggling to get past that. So this is one of the big areas of improvement for me for upper body, is flexibility, and that will transfer to make it easier for a lot of other things in the long run. So going along the flexibility line, at the end of all my workouts I usually throw in some loaded or static stretching. So today is no different. We're starting off with some lat stretches, and this is based off Emmett Lewis's shoulder mobilization playlist, which is on YouTube. So if you just search up like Emmett Lewis shoulder mobility, then you'll be able to find this whole set. So this is just kind of like a full body, side body stretch. It does the lat, it does the hip, and it does everything. So really would recommend this exercise. It's really good for stretching out your whole side. I followed that up with, I think these are called the butcher's block, and essentially it just stretches out the tricep and the lat, because I think your tricep, your lat and your shoulder all connect into one point, and that can often get a lot of tight. So the main thing with this exercise is to push your arms out to the side, as you just saw there in the pop-up, and have your hands wider than your elbows, and that really focuses that stretch. Finally, I just finished up with some hanging just to get my shoulders in some good position. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and ask any questions you have in the description down below. I will check up with you guys soon. Peace.